Hey DVC fan, Paul here. Amy and I were recently up on property and we had the opportunity to check out some of the refurbishment projects that are going on at the Disney Vacation Club properties. So let's take a look and see what's happening. As always, this and all of our DVC fan content is brought to you by the world of DVC. DVC resale market if you're looking to buy or sell a Disney Vacation Club contract. Monera Financial, who can help you with financing that DVC resale contract purchase. And the DVC rental store, where you can try before you buy, rent some points, or rent out your own points. So for this quick one-night stay that Amy and I recently had, we were at Disney's BoardWalk Villas, and that is where we are starting on kind of this refurbishment update, because it seems like the BoardWalk is getting very, very close to the room refurbishment project being completed. They don't seem to be having that much ongoing construction. We kind of walked the halls a little bit and it didn't seem like there were nearly as many construction workers as I remember from a couple previous visits. Even back when we did the DVC Fan Summerfest just a couple weeks ago, there was a lot more construction work. The other indicator that it seems to be wrapping up is that some more rooms have actually been popping up later this month and into July and August when it comes to availability at the boardwalk. So they had pulled those rooms availabilities for a while, and it sounds like now they're putting some back because maybe they're getting very, very close to finally completing the full refurbishment at the boardwalk. If you looked at the Crest of the Wave section at the boardwalk recently, it looked like a bunch of plywood, but they have now gotten the full exterior plywood replaced and they have repainted that entire Crest of the Wave section of the boardwalk. It looks beautiful. It looks like they've still got some touch-up work to do kind of around the balcony areas and everything, but that section of the refurbishment at Boardwalk is wrapping up as well. Kind of Boardwalk adjacent are some food projects that have been going on for a while now down at the Boardwalk. First one that I'm super excited about, Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs. This stand has been under construction for a little while now, but it looks basically ready to go. I would not be surprised if we see this open by July or so in time for the summer season. We actually had the opportunity to check this out at Disneyland, where Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs is currently, and I think I had like their stuffed jalapeno popper, they called it. It was a poblano pepper stuffed with cream cheese, deep fry. It was absolutely, it's like a giant stuffed jalapeno popper. So I really hope that they bring that here to Walt Disney World when this stand opens as well. But as I said, it looks like it is ready to rock and roll and go. Speaking of things that are looking closer to completion, the Cake Bake Shop down at the far end of the boardwalk finally has a sign, and the exterior is actually kind of looking like it's getting close to being put together. This has been that project that has been going on and on and on, but it does seem like at this point, if they can finish the Poly by December, I think that they can finish Cake Bake Shop and actually open it in 2024 as they have prepared or they've announced previously. So another exciting project happening at the boardwalk. Jumping over to Disney's Polynesian Villas and Bungalows, we hopped on the monorail, and the Island Tower at Disney's Polynesian Villas, I feel like is the only thing I'm talking about anymore. If you missed a lot of the updates and announcements that happened last week, head over to dvcfan.com for that. But It is moving along fast. We first hopped on the monorail and checked out the front area of the island tower, which now does appear to have the framing or the starting work of a porte cochere, or basically that main grand entrance into the new island tower. So that's going to be beautiful. Wonderful grand entrance into the tower. We also learned recently that they are reworking the roads and the entrance area to the entire Polynesian resort as part of the construction that they are doing, that they're hoping to get done by December. So it should be absolutely amazing once we get in. From the other side, there is a flurry of work being done to the exterior of the island tower as they try to get this thing ready for its grand opening. I counted at least 50 construction workers working on the outside of the resort, which means that there's probably double or triple the number of active construction workers at any given time. So all hands are on deck to get this thing finished. In terms of what we noticed for updates from the outside, the pool has finally kind of taken its final shape. We noticed that there is a zero entry and a staircase entry into the pool, as well as a hot tub that's a little bit adjacent to it. They still have to do all of the tile work, the finishing work of that, and then kind of finish in that entire pool area. But we did recently get another concept art picture of what this area will look like completed that I'll put in here into the video. It looks absolutely beautiful. I would say and agree with what some people have reported, which is it kind of looks like a little bit of a smaller pool area for this. And there's going to be a question as to, can anyone at the entire resort, I assume anyone at the entire Polynesian resort, can access this pool area, but adding that entire body of people from the island tower is going to potentially make this a very, very busy section. Another thing that Disney recently confirmed is that there is going to be some sort of restaurant coming to the island tower. And we kind of can see from the outside the shape work of where this is going to be. So it looks like it's going to have some beautiful views looking out on Seven Seas Lagoon. The little gazebo shaped area here on the outside of the resort, I imagine is probably going to be kind of the bar area of this restaurant. So nothing officially confirmed at this point, but it kind of just makes sense. And from what we've seen in some of the concept art, it seems like there's people milling about or people sitting at tables and eating in this general area. A lot of the accent paintwork is finally being done on the outside of the tower, and it's making it look a lot better. I know a lot of people were complaining about how it just looked like a giant concrete tower sitting there on Seven Seas Lagoon, but it's now got a lot more paint on it. They're sort of doing some of the darker brown sections to kind of give it that Polynesian look, and so that's awesome. I did not catch this until I actually went to film this part of this video, but in some of the footage, you can actually see a couple of the balcony railing sections have been put in on the tower already on some of the upper floors. These might be some test rooms that they're doing, or maybe they're just kind of working their way from that point around the resort, but we do see some of the artistic balconies and the railing areas that are on those balconies finally starting to be put on the tower as well. Now let's talk about something that I feel like everyone's been speculating on, these giant squares that are kind of in the middle of the tower. I don't really know for certain what they are, but the more that I kind of look at them, I think maybe they're just going to be some giant accent squares that just kind of make the tower look unique from the outside. You can kind of see that there are some windows in place there. There's nothing that would suggest that these are rooms of any type or that you can actually potentially walk out into that general area, but we'll learn more as more details are released about the tower. As we look towards the interior of the tower, we can see now that most of the rooms appear to have drywall either sitting, waiting to be put up, or in some circumstances, they've actually started the drywall installation in the rooms themselves. Last week, Disney gave us all kinds of info on the interior of these rooms, beautiful artist work of the Duo Studio, Deluxe Studio, one bedroom, two bedroom penthouse. We have all of those photos and more up over on dvcfan.com. And also, Amy did a wonderful video unpacking all of that interior work that Disney released. We booked, I believe, a duo studio, a deluxe studio, and a one-bedroom for the grand opening week of the Island Tower. So we are super excited to kind of check this out and see everything that the new Polynesian Island Tower has to offer. Let us know in the comments of this video, has all of this new news regarding the Island Tower made you more excited for the property? Do you think you might buy points at the Polynesian because of all of this? Or just your general thoughts? Also, as always, please hit the like button, subscribe to our DVC Fan YouTube channel, and also follow along in the conversation at dvcfan.com and in the DVC Fan Facebook group. We'll be back soon with another construction update about all things Disney Vacation Club.